You ever think you're loving your cat, only to find them hiding under the bed, flicking their tail in that annoying little way? Yeah, same here. We do our best. We give them food, we play, we cuddle when we can. But here's something I've learned after years of studying feline behavior. Sometimes the things we think are loving actually make our cats feel ignored, disrespected, or even unloved. Now, this isn't about making anyone feel guilty. It's about opening our eyes to how cats communicate differently from us. Because once you understand how your cat sees your actions, everything changes. Let me take you into their world. It usually starts with something innocent, like reaching down and rubbing your cat's soft little belly because, hey, they rolled over, right? That must mean they want affection. But here's the thing, most cats have incredibly sensitive spots, especially around the belly, legs, and paws. These areas are considered high alert zones in the feline world. Touching them without permission can feel like a betrayal of trust. It's not that your cat doesn't love you, it's that at that moment, they feel completely out of control. It's like someone sneaking up behind you and yanking your headphones out of your ears. You weren't ready. And in your cat's mind, you've just crossed a line. If that made you go, oh, I've definitely done that, give this video a like. It means you care enough to do better next time. What we often forget is that cats are masters of subtle communication. They don't shout or throw tantrums. They speak in glances, pauses, and body language. And one of the biggest mistakes we make? Always being the one to initiate contact. I get it. It's hard to resist a fluffy loaf on the sofa. But when you swoop in, pick them up without warning, and hold them close, what you're doing is overriding their choice. And to a cat, choice is everything. They may love you dearly, but they still need to feel in control of when and how affection happens. Being constantly on the receiving end of forced closeness can make even the most bonded cat withdraw. And that leads me to something else that's often overlooked: routine. We humans are chaotic. One day we sleep in, the next we're out the door before sunrise. But cats? They build their sense of safety around predictability. They thrive on routine like we thrive on oxygen. Your cat won't sit you down and tell you they feel disconnected. Instead, they'll quietly change. Maybe they stop following you to the kitchen like they used to. Maybe they sleep farther away than usual, or stop greeting you at the door. Sometimes they act out, scratching furniture, ignoring the litter box, or becoming more vocal at odd hours. These aren't bad behaviors, they're signals. Small shifts that say, something's different and I don't feel as safe. That's the power of routine. It reassures them, silently but deeply. When you feed them at the same time each day, you're not just giving them food, you're giving them a sense of control in a world they can't fully predict. When you scoop the litter box regularly, you're not just keeping things clean, you're telling them their comfort matters. Even something as simple as your bedtime voice, that gentle good night, becomes a thread in the fabric of trust. So when those routines break down, when we get busy or distracted, it doesn't just confuse them, it makes them feel uncertain. And in a cat's world, uncertainty feels like emotional distance. Now here's where it gets even more subtle. Let's talk about fear. Ever caught your cat leaping 3 feet in the air because of a vacuum cleaner, or bolting from the room when you drop a spoon? Of course you have, but what many of us don't realize is what happens after that fear. We laugh, maybe grab our phone and record it. It's cute, right? But to your cat, that moment was sheer terror. And when we don't comfort them, or worse, laugh at them, it creates emotional friction. It's not that they understand you're filming for TikTok, it's that in their most vulnerable state, they didn't feel protected. Imagine being scared and having your best friend stand there, amused. That tiny moment chips away at trust. And sometimes it's not what we do, but what we don't do that hurts them most. Have you ever seen your cat slowly blink at you? It's one of the purest signs of feline affection. A slow blink is like a soft whisper of love in cat language. When they do that, they're saying, I feel safe with you. But when we ignore it, staring at our phone, not blinking back, they feel brushed off. It's like someone leaning in for a hug and getting nothing in return. Over time, they stop sending those signals, not because they don't care, but because they think maybe you don't anymore. And then there's territory. Ah yes, the sacred domain of cats. We often treat our homes like our space, forgetting that to a cat, it's theirs too. When we rearrange furniture without warning, deep clean every surface, or bring home new smells that mask familiar ones, we're unintentionally wiping away the scent map they've built. That cozy blanket that smelled like you, gone. That corner they've claimed for years, replaced by a potted plant. To us, it's spring cleaning. To them, it's emotional disorientation. Territory for a cat is more than just space. It's memory. It's identity. And when it shifts too much, they feel unmoored, like someone erased their diary and didn't tell them why. Speaking of smells, let's talk about scent betrayal. It sounds dramatic, I know, but trust me, it's real. Cats live in a world of scent, and your scent is their anchor. So when you come home from petting a stranger's dog or another cat, and then immediately pick them up, your cat doesn't just smell the other animal, they smell not home. It's confusing. It's jarring. It's a little like your partner walking in wearing someone else's perfume. For your cat, that whiff of someone else's world can feel like rejection. What hurts more is when we ignore that confusion. We brush them off as jealous or grumpy instead of recognizing what they're really saying. You smell different. Where have you been? Are we still okay? But here's the beautiful thing. Every one of these moments, every mistake, every misunderstanding is an opportunity to repair and reconnect. You can start by giving your cat the gift of choice. Let them come to you. Let them initiate the cuddle. When they offer affection, those slow blinks, those gentle headbutts, respond in kind. Speak in their language. Blink back. Lower your voice. Offer a hand, not a grab. And when you know you've scared them, don't laugh. Pause. Sit with them quietly. Let them find you again. As for routine, build it and guard it like something sacred. You don't need to be rigid, just consistent. Your cat isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for presence, for rhythm, for something that tells them, you matter, you're safe here. That's how cats know they're loved, not through grand gestures or endless toys, but through trust, through awareness, through the invisible bond of respect. So the next time you see your cat quietly lying nearby, eyes half closed, tail softly flicking, know that their love is still there, still waiting, still trusting. It just speaks in a language all its own. And if you're still here with me now, that tells me something important. You're not just a cat owner, you're someone who truly wants to understand your cat, not to control them, but to connect with them. That matters more than you know. So tonight, if your cat blinks at you from across the room, go ahead and blink back. For both of us, you're doing better than you think. And your cat? They feel it too. If you know someone else who loves their cat this deeply, send this video their way. It might open their heart a little wider. And if you'd like to keep exploring this quiet, beautiful bond together, hit subscribe. There's still so much more to discover in the unspoken world between you and your cat.